But they also include the guidance of natural law, a real transcendent moral order which flows from God's eternal law, the divine wisdom by which the whole of creation is ordered.
Of course, I knew he would talk about natural law. This is this old hoary Roman Catholic canard that goes back to trying to find a rational way to base irrational moral teachings. In other words, naturally we're male and female, so homosexuality or transgender behavior is, quote, unnatural. And of course there is a real natural law, and that is, let's just take this example. Gay people are born gay, and so if religion says they're choosing to be gay and therefore it's a sin, or people choosing to be transgender, whatever it may be, and therefore are sinning, they are really going against natural law. It's called evolution, the understanding of science. But natural law, in the way Barr uses it, is this discredited idea that goes back into a pseudo-intellectualism of Roman Catholics like Barr, who today belong to organizations like Opus Dei and other secretive Roman Catholic organizations trying to impose some sort of idea of morality on society as if somehow it springs from their God or who they worship as God, when in fact morality is only one thing, and that is we evolve to have empathy with each other, and therefore the survival of the friendliest, the most cooperative rather than the most domineering. This is the lesson of evolution, and it was co-opted and codified by religion at some point into a series of thou shalt nots. But there is no natural law in the sense Barr is talking about it, some omnipotent force from above that has made human beings coalesce into what they are and forces them to be a certain way. Gay people are born gay. That is natural law. They are not going against anything. They are being who they were created and evolved to be. And so the idea that he brings up natural law, perhaps to people who aren't familiar with Roman Catholic theology and the history of Roman Catholicism, would hear this and this phrase would just slide on by. But actually it's an indication that at his heart, Barr is a fascist. He is not a Christian. Barr is someone who adheres to a vision of Roman Catholicism that used to put people at the stake and burn them, and a vision of Roman Catholicism that is fundamentally anti-science, that if we lived by, we would literally be in the pre-Renaissance era of people like Savonarola, that priest in Florence, who got Michelangelo and Leonardo and all these other people, especially the painter Botticelli and others, rose opposing ideas to them and to the Medici family who were backing science and these other things, all in the name of bringing people back to the natural law of God. I forget when the actual phrase came up and was first used by Roman Catholic theologians as a kind of a shorthand for imposing what they viewed as God's law on other people. But Barr is harking back to this, and it's scary for someone who knows the history a little bit and hears the dog whistles implied by this.